All right. How we doing? We didn't really do much of a mic check, but I think we're good.
Mic check.
Yeah,
two.
we're good. We're back. This is episode 21 of the CaveCast. I'm Admire, and we said we're gonna try to do this shit fucking consistently every week now. So no matter who wants to show up or who doesn't, me and Marcus are doing this shit, and so it's just me and him here today. It's gonna be a little more intimate, a little more sexual. That's not a word.
Sexual white chocolate.
Anyways, yeah, I got my shirt off. Marcus is rocking his San Francisco Giants. Are they called world champs since they don't play anybody? But
they're world champs. They play in the World Series.
They play Canadian baseball teams, I guess. But anyways,
Northern Hemisphere champs.
Congrats, you have another championship under your belt. Marcus is a Giants fan, not a fair weather Giants fan. He has been one as long as I've known him. Stuck
93.
With him through the old Barry Bonds controversy, and didn't follow Barry out like most fair weather.
I think karma sort of played its part with him.
Yeah, he bailed on him, and then they won championships. So yeah, I guess we talked about it on the last one, didn't we? And I would like to point out that the Giants did win it in 7, exactly as I called. The guy that doesn't know much about baseball.
Well, my whole deal was when I said Kansas City in 7, I was trying to jinx Kansas City. You know, we're into working out like San Francisco in 7. You know, it worked because Dylan said San Francisco in 7 too. I think just because he didn't want to say KC in 7.
He didn't mean that whatsoever.
Yeah, he was trying to stick away from that conversation.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be in today, but apparently they bailed, and fuck him. It's not we're not making up a health issue for him this time. He just straight up bailed. But after last time,
disc golf or something. Yeah.
Last time was an interesting CaveCast. This one's gonna be a little different. We're gonna actually talk about some stuff instead of listening to Dylan. Even though when he was puking in the other room, I'd forgotten about that.
Drunkards.
Fucking golden. So yeah, we were kind of having a conversation about dynasties and whatnot, and I am a pretty firm believer that I think you got to win. It used to be 3 in a row, and I'm kind of you got to win 2 in a row plus a third in 4 years. It's got to be in 3s, but I'm starting to come around with baseball, especially with you don't see dudes stay with the same
turnarounds.
team.
Those team turnarounds are so quick.
Baseball is the one that's
you think about back in the Florida Marlins. You know, like they've won 2 World Series championships doing the quick turnaround thing, and the Giants kept their core. You know, like that's a different type of monster right there. They have a great upper management. Brian Sabian, he's their GM. He's the longest tenured GM in major leagues. I mean, that's saying something. No wonder that, like he's been around. Knows how to. They're real upper class. Not upper class. They treat everybody the same.
I don't want to interrupt you, but whatever was in my nose just now, that was. Jesus Christ! I think it had legs or eyes at least.
It looked like it. I saw the stringy legs. It was like a daddy long leg.
Anyways, yeah. So, this is 3 in 5 years now?
Yeah. This is, the whole dynasty thing is hard for me to, they're my team, and I would love to call them a dynasty, but I feel they didn't make the playoffs in the middle years. The years they didn't win the championship or they didn't even go to the playoffs.
It could be a big part of it too.
Yeah, and then they turn it around the next year and go. I mean, they were god awful at the end of last year.
Yeah, at least being in the fight would probably do more to argue your.
Tim Kirkjian, he's the baseball guru on Baseball Tonight, saying he just in this day and age, it's I mean, I think Yankees won, I think, three or four in a row. I think in 2000s came around, somewhere in there. I can't remember the years, but you know, that's pretty impressive given the fact, you know, 10, 15 years later, they're saying 3 out of 5 years and you don't win it 2 times in a row could possibly be a dynasty. I don't know. I don't really think so. That's hard. I mean, you know, I know they're my team, but
you know what? If they get it next year, there's no denying it.
No denying it. And I say if they win it in the next 2 years, there's no denying it. 4 out of 7 years would be pretty insane. 3 out of 5 years is you know, that is percentage, you know, points. That's 60% of the last 5.
Do you think? And I don't want to spend a super amount of time on baseball, but
yeah.
But I do want to know. Do you think Panda sticks around? Do you think he maybe
like
takes a lower? He's gonna get paid.
It would be the feel-good story if he stayed around. He wants to. I'm sure he wants to, but I think when it comes down to it, he wants some longevity in his contract, and the Giants are sort of concerned about his durability and only want to go 3 to 4 years. He's probably wanting a 5 to 6 year, which, in my mind, it doesn't bother me one bit. I think that's better for their salary, you know, for paying him anyway, being able to pay people in the future and not have to pay him so much early up front. But yeah, I think he probably goes to Boston.
I'll tell you this much: I'm a bandwagon Giants fan right now. But if Panda's not there next year, I don't know if I can stick with you on this.
Well, Hunter Pence might have to hold the fort down.
So I was trying to find the video that Chris Farley looking guy that's given Tim. Wow. You know what? The
MVP?
I'm
trophy?
so stupid.
Chevrolet guy?
No, what's the pitcher's name?
For Madison?
Yeah,
the Mad Bum?
Bumgarner.
Madison Bumgarner?
No, you know what I did? I couldn't find the video of that because I wanted to put it up here, and I heard it just looked awkward. We didn't really watch it that closely, but I typed in, and I don't know why, but you're going to laugh at it. I typed in Tim Wakefield. MVP World Series.
Was he MVP of a World Series ever?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Wakefield.
Knuckleball throwing.
He's
Tim
a
Wakefield.
pitcher. That's the only. I don't know why. Because I was listening to you at the same time and typing it in, trying to. I don't know. Tim Wakefield. Yeah.
Brain doing 2 things at once. Multitasking is not the way to go, people.
Apparently, guys can't multitask. Anyways, yeah. So congrats. You got another fucking championship. They got another championship. It was a feel-good story. I was happy to watch.
It was epic.
I was happy to watch Tim Wakefield go back in there and finish that game out.
Getting his time machine.
Yeah. Tim Wakefield. What the fuck?
He played for Boston. He played for. He played for a few teams.
Playing for.
But he had that knuckleball. Those knuckleball pitchers can go forever.
That's so weird. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think how old is he? 55, still pitching. Satchel Paige, you know, he's getting up there close to Satchel.
Wakefield
Paige.
Still pitches?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay. I was gonna feel a little bit better about. Well, at least he's still on the active roster.
Yeah. No.
So, fucking, I don't know. Tim Wakefield. Fuck yeah, MVP. I'm gonna have to find that out now.
Tim Wakefield.
Why was that in my head still? I don't understand.
I was thinking of Benny Agbayani the other day, and I have no idea why I was thinking about him.
Who was he?
I think he was a catcher for somebody, but all of a sudden you walked across the living room, and I was laying there, and just Benny Agbayani
just
popped in my
singing.
Head. Yeah.
Kind of weird the things that pop in. I had one the other day that was, and I hadn't thought about this for years. I'm trying to think of what brought it out of my memory, but it was, remember when Sam Goody was in the mall there?
Yeah.
I would go there. Anytime my parents went to the mall, I would sneak off. I would say, I'm going to Sam Goody, and I'd go through all the CDs, and and the dudes behind the counter there would sell me the parental advisory CDs without. Well, yeah, without. They knew I was fucking 12 or something like that.
Yeah, but they didn't even. That's cool.
Yeah, they were just they were cool with it, and I used to do all kinds of different stuff because I don't know if your parents let you have.
I had to
parental advisory stuff.
I had to tell my mom that they don't, because
you had to argue it.
Well, Fred Meyer's the ladies there wouldn't let you get parental advisory CDs, and that was the only other place in town that sold them.
Those cunts.
But they were cheaper. They were cheaper by about $4. In Sam Goody, you go there, and I had to tell my mom that they won't let me buy the parental advisory CDs there. And I'd go and I'd buy the parental advisory CD. And and I would sneak, get the parental advisory CD.
See, okay, the first method, because my dad was the same way. He didn't really cuss around me a lot as a kid. I was around it because my mom, from the get go, she had a bad mouth, and I do. It's hard for me to say I have a bad mouth because I don't. What is that? What's a bad mouth? I say fuck a lot. But I
don't know. I don't talk about. It's a word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't let me. It's funny. I wonder how he thinks about that these days. To have a conversation with me, and I just drop f-bombs just in front of my grandparents on accident. All the time, and
it's awkward.
And
when you catch yourself doing it.
I let it. I stopped being awkward about it. Like a while ago when I was just fuck it, I'm a goddamn adult. But what the first method was they would put just parental advisory actual stickers on the outside of the CD case.
Scrape them off.
Yeah, you'd nice. As you're sitting there looking at them, you just peel it off. And then you can buy CDs without, or you could show, hey, this doesn't have a sticker. And
they were rare to get those ones.
They stopped doing that real quick because they realized what little shit kids like me were doing.
A ludicrous one was like that for me,
right? But also, it was kind of a status symbol to have a CD with that parental advisory on it.
Oh God,
my parents are cool. They let me have
Oh, it's like you have this. You have this CD.
Yeah.
Oh, can I borrow that CD?
It was.
I have a CD. Try to burn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Copy the CD.
That's funny. We were just at the cusp of being able to burn CDs and stuff as somewhat young kids.
And if you had that, you were able to make a little bit of money at school.
Oh yeah,
people definitely.
I paid money.
Yeah, I paid. That's how I know I paid. I wasn't the kid with the DVD or CD burner.
Fucking Ben Eshelman. I wasn't as cool as the cool kids that he wanted. So he would burn.
You were down the list.
He would burn the cool kids CDs for free and make me pay for him. That fucking fat cunt.
God damn.
No, yeah, I really for there was a lot of kids we went to school with that were kind of vilified. Cool. I don't want to say they were the nerds, but you know what I mean. There was a lot of kids we went to school with that got picked on, and I felt bad for them. And Ben was not one of them.
Something wasn't right there.
Yeah, but
I like him and everything. It wasn't but
yeah,
something there that.
Anyways, before we bring up a cold case file, the whole reason I brought up. God, that fucking creep.
There we go.
The whole reason I brought up the Sam Goody thing was I was in Sam Goody, and it was right when Snoop Dogg the Dogfather came out, and there was a Snoop life-size cutout cardboard. Remember they used to put the cardboard cutouts in front of the store at the very front. Well, I'm in there looking at CDs. And it was oh my God! I thought about this the other day and just started laughing in the middle of nowhere. I'm sitting there looking at CDs, checking the racks and stuff like that. And I'm sure at this point, because I'd stolen some stuff. I used to steal stuff every once in a while, but I'm sure I was being eyeballed because I'm sure I was looking at it, see if I could do anything to get away. All of a sudden, this kid that's about like 3 years older than me, 4 years older than me, probably, 15 or something like that. Fucking, he's got a hood on and he's just moseying around the front of the store, and he just grabs that Snoop Dogg cutout and he starts fucking running. And the thing was, the visual that I had was him hauling it, because right across from the store was you go down a hallway and there's bathrooms and an exit, I believe.
I think we're that was Sam Goody. Yeah. Yep, over by Sears.
Yeah. Well, he was mobbing to that exit, and I just see Snoop Dogg just fucking flapping in the wind. Oh shit, here's Cousin Josh. We'll continue this story in a second. Cousin Josh, you're on the CaveCast.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm fucking irritated and fucking around golf is horrible.
Oh shit. You guys just now get done?
You guys already started or not? We're just about done with the whole 18.
Oh shit. You're in where you at? Down south?
Yeah, real crack.
Well, come by. Come jump in on the last half of it.
Alright, I'll fucking swing by there on the way or something.
We're gonna take a break here in a little bit, and then you guys can jump back in for the second half.
Alrighty, I'll fucking talk to Dill. I'll be there.
Okay.
Alright, you guys have a lovely day.
We'll save all the MMA talk for when you get here, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Later.
Bye, sweetness.
Later. I know he couldn't hear me.
What were you saying?
I was just saying nothing really. I just couldn't hear me. I said later.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, so it looks like we will have a couple visitors after all. What was I saying?
Does that make a sound?
Oh, yeah, totally registered. Marcus is blowing air through his eyes again.
Oh, all right.
That's fucking gross.
I didn't think it would actually go through.
So I'm watching Snoop Dogg. Just, he's got him in one arm, and he's just almost, I feel like it was above his head, like he was just running, and it was almost like he had Snoop Dogg wings. Like he was a cardboard cutout, but it was Snoop Dogg, so he had wings right behind him. And at the last second, right before he hits the hallway that goes all the way down to the exit, he fucking bails on it. And so he takes about 8 steps with Snoop Dogg, and then he fucking he lets him go, and then just keeps running.
So he didn't even take anything.
And he didn't take shit.
Did he get out the doors?
Yeah, nobody even chased after him. There was nobody after him. He was all by himself.
I was going like, God, these fucking people were on that shit.
No,
like,
dude, he fucking he just bailed on it. He had nobody after him.
He just got scared.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And then Snoop Dogg fucking floats to earth like a feather in his dust,
Snoop,
and I look at the guy at the front desk and just laugh my ass off.
That's hilarious.
And because it was just I have no idea what brought it up out of my memory, but just that fucking
shit.
that came up for some reason. And did you ever steal stuff as a kid? Like, you ever jack?
I have a real I stole something from my 4th grade teacher, and I ratted myself out the next day. Guess what? I stole a fucking Jolly Rancher.
You ratted yourself out for a Jolly Rancher?
Yeah, I ratted myself out for a Jolly Rancher because I thought I wasn't going to get Christmas presents.
Wait, did you believe in Santa at the time? Was that why?
Yeah, it was a little bit late. It was around. Yeah, it was a little bit later. I wanted to believe. But it was just one of those things that.
Oh shit!
I had a conscience that just I was a geeky kid that was athletic. The only thing that kept me afloat in the status world of that world.
I had
high school.
I didn't even have that.
Grade school.
I'm trying to think, what did I have?
It all starts in grade school.
I had nothing.
You had your personality.
I couldn't play guitar until I was about 12, so I didn't have that.
Yeah, you had your personality.
I guess the friends that I did have that knew me, I guess, yeah. That's why. And I'm still friends with most of them today. So.
Yeah, all my early friends. I have a few. I didn't keep. They just stopped. We stopped talking. It became like, I don't know if I never felt like I was too cool. But I just hung out in a different group and stopped talking to my early friends. They had their own friends. I played sports. I don't know. It was I had went through my time of trying to be cool.
I feel like the little group of friends that I've got is kind of an anomaly. I guess there is some the Joe Lane dudes, Ben and all those guys, they all
Chris.
get together still when they get back to town and everything.
Seems like it, yeah. There's that core.
They're not as cool as us. I've
agree.
known.
I agree.
Me and Jerry have been in fist fights, but we're brothers. That'll never change.
See, that's what's so great about it. It's like there's that brotherhood that comes along with it.
Yeah,
it's more of a family. Like you guys grew up together, and it wasn't a competition to see who was gonna, who was the. I mean, I'm sure there was
such a competition.
Yeah, always a competition, but it was fun. I'm sure it was fun.
Did I ever tell a story about Jerry knocking me out on the podcast?
I don't know if you talked about it on the podcast or not, but I think
I'm sure you've heard it.
Told me this.
Yeah. This is the only time I've ever been out, and I was out.
You guys were boxing, right?
Yeah.
We talked about it on the podcast.
We had a little boxing crew, and this was still when I was a fat kid. I'm going into my second fat kid stage right now. You know what I mean? I was a fat kid, and then junior year in high school or so, I came out of it, got tall and skinny, or not skinny, but I got tall and lost weight, and now I'm getting fat again. I quit smoking, so I think that's what did it. I really do.
My mom, I don't know, she gained weight. I think.
She quit smoking.
When she quit smoking, and I think it's a common thing.
Dude, that's what's making it so hard to stay quit right now, is I don't really have the urge to smoke anymore, but god damn it, I feel like I would lose fucking 15, 20 pounds. It's getting out of, I got out of the shower the other day, and I was like, what is that feeling on my dick? And it was, you make that face because you've never felt this before. It was water dripping off of my cave fucking overhang of a stomach onto my dick head. Yeah, that's right. The water just runs down your stomach and then off your dick. It was, it was embarrassing. I was by myself, and it was fucking embarrassing. But I'm thinking about
that's something that can, it's not. You can do something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the great thing. So
yeah, take up smoking again. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I'm talking about like crank. And,
oh yeah.
We want to lose this weight fast.
Yeah. But crank and cigarettes. 3 days, I'll be back to fighting shape.
Yeah, there we go.
No, but so I was still in my first fat kid stage, and but I had done karate for years and so I had some skills as far as like striking skills and everything, and
I had great form.
Oh god damn it. I forgot what nobody knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd done karate for years, and I had a pretty good base of what to do as far as boxing, and me and Jerry had not always been the best of friends. We used to be enemies, as a matter of fact, and we'd been in fist fights and lots of them.
You were like two kids that didn't get along in the group of friends.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was a smart ass, and Jerry was somewhat of a bully, sort of.
Yeah,
it's weird because Jerry's
I see it in him.
Yeah, he drinks and sometimes gets a little like that, but he's such a so much more happy-go-lucky these days. But yeah, that's why we didn't get along, and but we also were best friends. We also hung out, by ourselves without everybody, and we got along fine.
Yeah. I have friends. My little childhood friends. We had those. Brett Lohman. Brett Lohman.
Yeah. See, that's another guy. He's like, he annoys the shit out of me, but I like the guy.
It was Brett Lohman.
He's a cool guy.
Cody Chamberlain, Jason Chamberlain.
Those. I didn't know Jason. I knew Cody.
Yeah, but no, and Anthony Filan actually lived across there. But
Filan was crossover.
And Ryan and their older brother Brad.
Yep.
Who always played basketball.
Brad, didn't he have a ponytail or something? I feel like
he had long hair, ponytail.
And he did not look like the rest of the brothers at all.
No, he didn't. Me and
he was like a half brother, maybe something.
Me and Anthony played a horrible trick on his parents. Because I'm pretty sure he probably smoked weed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he smoked weed, and I really liked his parents. They were nice people, from when I knew them. And we found this chalk up the street, and we crushed it all up. It was this just white chalk. No. We put it in a plastic bag, and we took it down. And we go and we're like, and Anthony's like, he's like, Mom, hey, look what we found in Brad's room.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'd never seen anyone's eyes just boop, just deers in a headlight, like.
And then she snorted it all in front of you.
No, you're right.
Oh. No.
No.
She's Mrs. Filan's a sweet lady.
Yes. But no, like, and she. Like we told him that it wasn't what it.
Like how soon after you guys told her?
We let him for a few, like 30 seconds. Okay. I mean, that's long enough for them to start getting
hearts
worked
to
up
drop
and start wanting to go. Where's Brad? Looking around for Brad. And
how much was it? Like
it was it was like that.
He showed me like 2 8-balls.
Yeah, it was a lot. How would he have that much, like at that age, unless he was into dealing. But no, it ended up just being just chalk, and I'd never seen somebody get so like happy and mad at the same time. Like she was.
God.
It was pretty good. No, we got a stern talking to, but it was a good memory.
When you're just trying to make a joke, I've done that before. Yeah, my sister fucking broke her leg. Come home fast.
Green light.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's still red. My mom. I did that. She got mad at me for that one too.
Okay, so everybody's dying to hear me getting knocked out by Jerry.
Yes.
So all the friends, they were always like, "You and Jerry just kind of need to box." Like, you kind of had each other's throat a lot and blah blah blah. Like, you guys just need to kind of box. And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Actually, that's a good idea. Like, because he annoyed me, but also like. I was not necessarily the cool one of the group that people sided with in those situations. I was a smart ass, and so I was like, okay, yeah, this fine, yes, exactly this, and Moni was there, and he boxed what was supposedly the baddest ass boxer in school, which was Adam.
Oh God,
Adam
Metzler.
Yeah, Adam Metzler. Yeah. He was supposed to be some kind of a badass. He was a year older than us.
He ended up being a
Moni just smashed him. I think Moni punched him into cheerleading.
No, he come up with an excuse for like he wasn't feeling he wasn't 100% or something.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah,
he said,
sick.
I'm sick. I don't feel good.
Again.
Like, you just got punched in your face 18 times and quit. And he wasn't saying anything about being sick before the boxing match started.
So I'm not feeling.
That was before he'd seen Moni box in action at all,
Yeah.
And,
I'm not feeling so good.
Well, they ended up boxing again when he was supposed to be feeling good, and Moni smashed him again. But anyways, we end up, for some reason they did it, and we did it in Nick Jenkins' backyard, and there wasn't enough room, basically, because Moni couldn't chase. There wasn't enough places for Metzler to run from Moni, so we go somewhere else to box because we wanted
to run,
keep boxing. Yeah, oh yeah, he ran. He was on his bike for sure, fucking backpedaling like a motherfucker. Yeah. But so we go up on the hill. I think there's all houses built up there now, but it used to be just a dirt road that went up on this hill. And it's like, all right, fucking Jerry and Danny, it's you're up, you know? I'm like, okay, fuck yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers what's up, and we lace up, you know, and we square off and kind of circling each other, and I'm jabbing him, you know, and I'm landing some shots. Thinking back, I didn't know shit about boxing. You know, even then, Moni was always like, dude, quit throwing your punches like that. Why are you throwing your punches like that? And I still to this day don't know what he was talking about or how I was doing it, you know.
It would hurt if you hit somebody, I'm sure.
But yeah, so I was wailing on him, and then he caught one good one, and he kind of turtled up and he bent over, and I was like the adrenaline was going, so I'm standing back and I'm just throwing blows at his hands that are covering his head as he's bent over a little bit. And I drop my hands, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm not really saying anything, but I'm just thinking in my head, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you like that? And I'm like trying to uppercut him underneath in between, and then all of a sudden, I wake up on the ground with Ramon doing the smoky to me. You got knocked the fuck out, and he's doing his high pitched laugh. Big 6 foot Mexican. We're like, you know. He was 6 foot when we were 12. Yeah,
I remember.
But he's got this high pitched laugh, and I just opened my eyes to his face, just laughing his ass off.
God damn.
And thinking back, it's like I really probably took some serious head trauma, especially when I hit the ground.
That's straight up concussion.
Motherfuckers should have been worried about me.
No shit.
And they're just laughing. Jerry was the only one that was actually, I could see a little concern on his face once I came out of it.
Hurt you.
You know, I'll give him that much. And I immediate headache, and I didn't even know what happened. He fucking Harukened me is what happened. Yeah, he was bent over, and he just came up with a fucking jumping uppercut and caught me and put me to sleep.
Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember him. I don't remember the punch, like the beginning of the punch being thrown. I just remember standing over top of him thinking, yeah, motherfucker, and then waking up to and
that's so ironically funny.
Oh, dude.
Like, with that wake up, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, and him, you got knocked the fuck out. I'll never forget that. I forgot a whole bunch before that, but yeah, I'll never forget that. And it fucking, yeah, I think that was the end of the day. That I feel like there was a little kid. He was a year older than us too. He's Adam Metzler's friend. He was really short, like midgety kind of looked like maybe, I don't know, like,
yeah,
I don't want to say he was slow, but he was like, he wasn't fast.
Yeah, he was.
He was the kid that always would do backflips and stuff. He was like a little circus performer.
Yeah,
Luke or something.
I remember that kid.
Well, this was after Metzler got decimated. He wanted to box Moni, and I can't remember if it happened after I got. I feel like
it was like no.
Moni felt so bad. He hit him
once.
He hit him once or twice, and he was like, "No, I'm not going to do this. I will not."
Like,
and then Luke. Yeah, I'm going to call him Luke for lack of a better name.
Yeah.
He kept going. Come on, motherfucker! Come on! And he's half his size, and fucking. We always would just talk this kid in, this little circus performer, into doing backtrips and stuff, and. It's like, no, this ain't your area. He's the biggest dude, and so 2 times they went at it. Moni was like, all right, you know,
got some balls.
All right, kept calling Moni a pussy and stuff. Come on, you fucking pussy. And he's like, oh, all right, you know.
Metzler was more of a pussy than he was.
Oh, huge pussy.
At least, yeah, that kid got. He's like, I'm gonna show mine.
Metzler Brock Lesnar as soon as he got punched. Like he. Oh, this is what it feels like to be punched.
Oh shit! Not fake.
But I can't tell. I can never tell that story without telling the story of my redemption. Fucking.
Oh shit!
Because I didn't knock him out or anything, but for weeks
you got a redemption.
I was saying, fucking, let's do it again, dude. You got to give me a rematch. You know, I want the belt back. You know?
Always will get. You always deserve a rematch.
And I was like, I kept. Like, I didn't say like it was a lucky. I wanted to be humble, you know, because he knocked me the fuck out, you know. And he kept not boxing me for weeks, and so I started telling him it was a lucky punch and all this shit, you know, just kind of shit talking, and so then we ended up going in his backyard and boxing, and I put the whooping on him. Like, I Michael Bispinged him.
Well, you were putting the whooping on him before, it sounded like, and he just caught you off guard.
He tried turtling up again and he's setting up the Haruken.
Yeah. I can see Jerry. Okay, it worked last time. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what he. Yeah, anytime we ever wrestled, he got me in a guillotine choke one time. Or actually, no, that's a lie. Jerry got me in a guillotine choke like
a lot of times.
6 times. Yeah,
you tossed me over when I tried a guillotine on you once, rear naked or whatever.
Well, that's because of Jerry. Because I
tossed my.
I decided this was before I ever took any jiu-jitsu or anything. I studied a little bit, like videos and stuff like that, like, and always. Like, ever since I saw Hoist Gracie in UFC 2, fucking, I was infatuated with it. But I found out how to defend the guillotine, and Jerry, that was his go-to. He would always, it worked before, so he always tried again. And the last time he ever tried it on me, I did this guillotine defense, which I've seen somebody put somebody to sleep in the UFC. With this defense or whatever, but you basically put your shoulder into it, and yeah, so he never tried the guillotine on me again. But yeah, he had a wicked guillotine for a while there. Anyways, let's take a break. I'm gonna have to set up another mic.
Right.
And believe DeLeon and Cousin Josh will be joining us for a nice little some MMA talk and some
talking about the stuff. That's all I can think of is stuff.
We'll try to talk about some World Series with Dylan, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I have my Giant stuff sitting in here, just like bam. Like he's gonna come in the door, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, fuck you."
So, anyways, we'll be right back after these messages. Marcus, do you have a? What did we do? We did rappers wear bling and they want to look pretty.
Rappers wear bling because they want to look pretty. Yeah, that was the Gold Teeth.
Let's
Dan Lasac versus Scroobius Pip.
Yeah. Did I get that wrong last time?
No, we just said Scroobius Pip. We didn't give Dan Lasac any credit.
You know what? When I did the write up for putting it on YouTube,
that's what you put.
Yeah,
good.
I put Dan Lasac in there, but we'll just go out on a little. We'll fade out on a little bit of this.
Nice.
And we will be back shortly. Well, actually, we'll be back in like 30 seconds to you guys, but to us it'll be like 15 minutes. So.
Cause my Band-Aids. Why did he say that? I do not know.
Inspiration. My muse. And I mean that not as a compliment. I will use you to cruise through any writer's block. Any lazy days when a glazed gaze invades my mind's cave of creativity. I will think of you and what you did to me. I will take negativity and make it inspiring.
All right, we're back into it. Turning down an extra mic that I just hooked up because, as a matter of fact, Dylan and Cousin Josh are bailing again. Marcus, are you surprised?
Well, after I thought about it, and no, not really.
We got the people all excited. Cousin Josh, come talk some MMA. Should we take any bets on, like...
Maybe they show up?
No, I'm saying on why they did not show up.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any other money to put on except for that Dylan didn't want to go? Didn't want to come, so he talked Cousin Josh out of it?
I wouldn't put the farm on it, but, if I had to bet, that's probably where I'd go. I would say, I don't know. He just wasn't feeling it.
Yo.
You
rhymed for a couple lines there. Yeah, so fuck him again. Fuck him in the ass.
His disease came back.
I'm about done, I think. I was thinking about it the other day, and if he was in more control of himself, he would be like my Louis J. Gomez, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He'll say stuff that's outlandish, but he's also really funny, but he's out of control, so.
Yeah, and yeah, that's really, it's sort of a bittersweet's probably not the right word. That would mean there was some sweetness.
He's off the chain.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So anyways,
Lord have mercy.
Aside from that, we're gonna, I think what we need to do is have a whole episode, me, you, cousin Josh, Kynes, and Dill, and it'll be the intervention episode.
IVs.
He may need some to after the DTs set in. We do the podcast, we do the intervention podcast, we lock him up in the garage for 5 days, and we film the whole thing. And now I'm just trying to make money off this somehow.
Well, that's completely okay because hey, now you're an all-star.
Get your show on, Marcus. You got a little calm since was it the food you got in your belly?
Oh, that was a good taco.
We were not gone for the 12 seconds that it seemed like we were gone. We ate lunch.
Oh man.
I talked to Kynes during the break, and he says hello to everybody.
I heard that conversation.
He'll be in next week. Kynes is gonna. I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit more in depth next week. But he's gonna start a podcast of his own, a little more kind of Bill Burr style, where he's doing his own kind of rants, and he's also, doing some one-on-one interviews, a little less hectic than what we got going on here usually. But talking to him, he said he was one of his first ones. He wants to have a knockdown, drag-out battle of the wits with his dad on religion. And it reminded me of, I already told Marcus about this, but I kind of got into a little, it was an odd thing at work this week. I went into the lunchroom, and there was, hang on a second, let me close this window. I went into the lunchroom, and there's a piece of paper with some scripture on it. Where's my phone?
Bum said they do what they wanna.
So there's a piece of paper just sitting on the break room table with some scripture on it. And first of all, right off the bat, I'm annoyed because, if I brought some devil worship shit in or something like that, like either I would be fucking fired, or
oh yes,
it would be
bringing that negativity into this positive Christian workplace.
Can you bring up Psalm 14, the Fool's Creed?
Yes.
On your computer there. But anyways, that's what it was, and I basically got into a debate with this mystery person, whoever said it there, because I looked over and saw a pencil, and I grabbed the pencil and proceeded to write down some things. I didn't get angry about it necessarily. I just kind of wrote down my thoughts on, not even on my thoughts in general on leaving stupid shit like that in the break room, but my thoughts on just kind of picking apart what I read there, because I did read it, and it angered me a little bit, because the Psalms Creed, it's basically saying that if you don't believe in God, you're a fool. And did you find it?
Well, yeah, I found it, but I was trying to get to pop up there.
Oh,
but yeah, no, here it is. I got it. No, you got to have a video to get it to pop.
Oh yeah. I bet there is one, but
I found it. There's no Zay.
can you just read?
I got it.
Oh, you do have it.
Okay, let's pause it.
Are we connected?
Bazam.
I love this thing. Bear with us. We got a new setup. We're still working the kinks out, but I think I'm really liking what's going on, and I hope it's sounding better out there for you guys. Here we go. Is the volume all the way?
Works. There is none who does good. Your way look down from heaven on the
Just restart that.
abominable
Do you
work.
maybe want to read it
Works.
instead?
No, I just want to hear
The fool has said in his heart, there is no God, they are corrupt. They have done abominable works, there is none who does good. Yahweh looked down from heaven on the children of men, to see if there were any who did understand, who did seek after God. They have all gone aside, they have together become corrupt. There is none who does good, no, not one. Have all
Okay,
the
pause
workers
this, I don't know.
of iniquity no knowledge.
This is
We
like
have
a,
people as they eat bread.
this is a fucking computer reading this. They said there is none who does good.
Those.
But it's basically, it's saying fucking, it's saying the creed of the fool is there is no God. He does not want there to be a God, therefore he denies the existence of a God. It is an irrational position to take. First of all, it is a claim to omniscience. It says, I know everything. It is not possible that a God could exist beyond the boundaries of my knowledge. Second, this attitude claims omnipresence. It says, I am the boundaries of my knowledge. Whoa. What'd you find?
Oops. It was a song of the Psalm 14.
Oh, Jesus.
How you want to...
Anyways, it basically says if you say there is no God, you are claiming to be a God and you're a fool.
Yes.
Which it really pissed me off. So, God damn it, where is this shit?
That was me.
So, I just wrote on the bottom of the page, the same argument holds true for those that claim there is a God. Basically saying, if you are a person that says, beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's this God that I put my faith in, then you, in fact, are claiming omniscience and to be omnipresent, because I know that God has not come and talked to you, and I don't know one person who has had God come and talk to them, and
With factual evidence.
therefore you're telling me something is fact that you are not sure of, which is the same thing.
They're just based on it being true because they feel in their heart that is true.
Yeah.
And being the end all, like
Yeah.
that's where it stops. It's because I believe this.
And it's all fear based. It's all afraid that for some reason, ever since people were kids, they got this fucking this thing that they put inside you that is, if I don't believe in this, I'm gonna go to hell.
And it's this place that's horrible. They make you feel it. It's just.
By the way,
those
those tacos, fucking delicious.
That was not hell. That was not hell.
Those tacos are the opposite of hell.
Those are the very opposite of hell.
And yeah, you're right. Fear tactic is the perfect word, because it's really a tool used to whip people into shape. It's not. Okay, let me read a little bit more on what I said here. I said the most intelligent conclusion there is to say I don't know, which is basically I just got a message from Cousin Josh. Not gonna make it. I gotta take Dylan to town. No shit.
Yeah, that's what.
So okay, I'm not spending any more time on him.
Who?
Yeah,
I thought we were talking. Yeah.
I said the most intelligent conclusion is to say I don't know, and basically, as I don't really like go around and be like, yeah, I'm an atheist, because I think even that is overcomplicating things. You don't need to label it. It's just a simple fact that I don't know. There's no way of me knowing, and I'm completely content to wait and find out, if it's complete blackness and there's nothing after I die, or if there's something else, I'm okay to wait and find out, and I'm completely confident in the morals that I was given from my dad, from people that taught me, from adults that taught me.
Because the truth of the matter is that's what you have to do. I mean, you can't. There's no way around that unless you're going to kill yourself, to get there quicker. To finding that out, which, No,
but you can't kill yourself because that is frowned upon in the Bible.
Not okay. That's not okay. And just because I feel many people have done it just for that reason. I'm tired of this. This has gotten boring to me. This and we'll see what's after. What is it? Let's get this done and over with.
Yeah, it's just a readiness to move on. So
no problems with
after I said the most intelligent conclusion is to say I don't know, they wrote an arrow from my thing down to their thing, which said, not underlined, if God wants you to know him, you were and are created to have a relationship with him. Ignoring him with closed eyes and turned back is foolish. So I don't know where you get this, or where you have such confidence to say you are and were created to have a relationship with him. How is that?
It just seems so ridiculous.
And it also implies, which is very un-Christian-like, when they say, not if God wants you to know him. I don't know God. Does that mean God doesn't want me to know him?
Never known God.
Yeah. Does God not want you to know him?
Be real.
So either they have, what I've always thought, if their God does exist, is a spiteful and petty, childish God, either that's a fact, or this person that I'm having this written conversation with back and forth every break is a terrible Christian.
Yes.
Because not only are they saying that I'm a fool instead of embracing me like they should, like Jesus would have, they basically say, well, God doesn't want you to know him. That's why you don't know him. So then I just put simply, arguing something with only faith as a background is foolish, after they called me foolish.
Yeah.
And so this is going on break after break. I'm actually taking break early because I want to see if there's anything new written. And so let's see, what did I say? Arguing something with only faith is the foolish thing. So then they go up to where this Fool's Creed thing is talking about the precise movements of the planet and the intricate designs of the human body and brain. And they point in... Go ahead.
Oh, I have to... About that whole point... I'll let you go about how they talk about how the planets... How the perfection of that, right? They go further into that. It's not a perfect thing either. Like the planets, they're circling towards something. They're not staying in one perfect eclipse. So it's not...
Yeah. And also, and the same with the body. We've created things that create cancers inside the human body. So obviously, we are far from a what does it say? Intricate design. Well, I guess, yeah, we're an intricate design.
With flaws, many and many and many.
But, and yeah, the universe did have to line up, a certain way for this to happen the right way.
But over billions and billions of years?
No.
Oh, yeah.
10,000 years, Marcus. Yeah. Not even 10,000 years.
I forgot that.
The thing is funny. They had, I'll get to that here in a second. So then they point to all that, and it says, this isn't faith. these do exist, scientists are now going to the only conclusion they can now that they know more about DNA, etc. Facts argue that God is. Again, the only way I can reply to that is how? Like, this is the same argument I can have every time to any one of these so-called rebuttals. It's what makes you fucking say, like, the arrogance behind this is really what blows my mind. It's the arrogance to put this shit down and be confident in it.
Well, that's where it's. I mean, they're very naive to think that that's the truth.
The arrogance.
You know,
Yeah.
It's so naive of them.
It just fucking makes me mad because
in all I see is their anger in that.
See,
what they're writing.
Here's the thing: is those type of people get angry with people like me that can fucking very calmly and very. And I'm not gonna be calm right here because these type of people exist. It fucking annoys me, and I know who it is, and it's this fucking just smarmy fucking cunt of an old woman who in all phases of her life thinks that she is a fucking above everybody, even though this bitch wears filthy fucking sweatpants to work, and so I know who it is. And so as I'm reading this, I'm putting this to her fucking face and the fucking look that comes with these people don't get in a fucking argument with you. Like, me and you have been in an argument where we both say what's on our mind and we don't go outside of, we don't go to hearsay or fucking, or maybes or just something that, because if I brought something to you like that, you would smash me in an argument, and likewise, if you brought something to me like
fact-based,
that's not, that's completely opinion-based, basically, we get smashed with the people that I hang around that actually are intelligent thinkers, and so that kind of made me mad, and just the fucking confidence, the unfounded confidence behind it, where you can say these things and not have 1 ounce of fucking factual evidence or anything that even makes sense to anybody that doesn't believe how you believe.
Yeah, when you can't answer the question why you said what you said with an answer that is, not an opinion, because that's where it derives from, is their opinion in that want to have that be, and then they get their anger comes from why are they mad if they believe so fully in what they're saying.
I've rarely met a Christian that actually should have the fucking gall to call himself a Christian. So after that, I was kind of getting frustrated just because of that. The fucking, just the cockiness. It's so cocky. Facts argue that God is Fats. No, that's who's writing the rebuttals to me. Hey, Fats. Fatso, stupid. Facts argue that God is. And then I just put, tables exist. It's not proof of a God. The scary truth to you is that people don't need a God to have morals. They exist. I've met them. And that was the last thing because the paper disappeared. Oh, I forgot to read what else they wrote. Damn it. Oh, that would have just made my argument seem so much better. Okay, forget I just said that because I had not written this yet. So then they write, after facts argue that God is, I got so mad about that. I fucking blinding rage. They put the reason people want God to not exist is they reject him. I can say my mom doesn't exist, but truth is she does. Can you fucking believe the fucking nerve? Just, I can go and slap your stupid mom in the face for not aborting you when she should have. Yeah. That means she exists. You cannot say that she doesn't exist. or else you sound even dumber than you sound right now.
But and she had and not only that, there was that a choice to, if possibly, abort the
I
child.
wish somebody would have pushed her mom down the fucking stairs. This
God
this bitch
didn't leave that.
And the thing is, they've got her training people, and she's like I don't know if she's infecting people, but she's in a position where she could be infecting people.
That's the fight.
With
That's
this stupidity.
The whole fight.
God.
Of negative and positive.
And and I seem like the asshole when I fucking get frustrated about this shit, because not everybody gets mad when somebody, because most people don't like conflict, or they avoid conflict at all cost. So when somebody says some bullshit like that, they just go, yeah, okay. And they don't go, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, they wait and go talk about it.
I could say that my mom doesn't exist, but that doesn't mean, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why girlfriends don't like arguing with me, because girls, I'm going to sound like an asshole for saying this. Females in general, for the most part, they tend to, when you stump them in an argument, they don't like being wrong.
That's
God, I feel
like, I don't like being wrong also. And I say I am a little female-ish at times. So I understand what you're saying.
But
Very
like,
much so.
okay. I'm trying to think of an example. God damn it. So it's basically like, so here's, I'll be the girl, you be the guy, and the scenario is, I'm grumpy, so I snap at you. Just start off, hey babe. So.
All right. Am I coming home from work or something? What's going on?
I'm the female. I am really frustrated at a girl that I work with.
And okay, I got you.
And I just got home from work.
And I'm sitting, okay. And you just walked in the door.
Yes.
Okay. Hey babe, how's it going? How's your day?
It fucking sucks. Why are you watching TV?
I just waiting for you to get home. I didn't have anything else to do. I did some laundry earlier.
Okay, now you get frustrated that I'm being like this to you for no reason.
Is there a problem?
No, you get frustrated. I don't get frustrated.
I get frustrated?
Yeah. Cuz I just acted like an asshole to you for no reason.
Oh.
Oh, why are you sighing? What's wrong?
You just came in and bombarded me with...
I had a rough day. Why are you yelling at me now? Boom. Scene. There it is. See how that got turned around?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have been a better actor, but I completely...
No. I think we got the point across.
Yes. No. That's
But oh god, I'm losing.
You go to you have the defense. You're defensive.
I react how I should in that kind of situation, but I then get in trouble for reacting.
Yeah.
And
if someone were to do that,
I want to not preface because it's already done, but I also want to put a little quotation after this and say I absolutely love my girlfriend. I do. But yeah, but those are the things that you come across when you're and then this situation where she didn't have to look, it was all on paper. It was fucking secretive and on paper. I was writing and everybody was walking through like looking at me like, why is this guy fucking feverishly scribbling on this piece of paper?
hey, how's it going?
Yeah. And
hold on. I'll be there.
Don't interrupt me. I got a thought. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be there in a minute.
And so it just fucking, it made me mad, and the paper ended up disappearing after I I just went, no, like,
yeah,
none of this. And then they...
You didn't throw it away, though?
I left it there.
Someone was like, this needs
for
to
somebody
stop.
to continue.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
but there's a little book there that was with it, They didn't get placed. It was there the whole time. I just hadn't noticed it.
Yeah.
But they prefaced it. They put that piece of paper in a book. Oh, sorry.
What?
They put that piece of paper in a book, and the book is questions. I know. What did God? Did you see what God just did to us? Nobody at home heard. Nobody listening heard.
Yeah.
A song jumped in early. The end song of the day jumped in early. It didn't jump in early. I placed it there, and we've just gotten there. Anyways,
Say the mouse. Okay.
I gotta interrupt this just because I'm thinking about it. Last night we took Darian, we took him trick or treating, and we're walking along the dark road, and Darian, who's a 5-year-old, everybody that doesn't know, is my girlfriend's kid. He just starts going. He's on the intro. Yeah, he does the intro for us. But he starts going. Just all out of the blue. I think he'd heard me do it before, but
he was
just we're walking in the dark, and he just starts going. It was the funniest thing.
Smart kid.
So anyways, it was in this book, and this book was frequently asked questions by skeptics, and it was a Christianity thing to argue against when skeptics say stuff. And I almost stole it just so me and you could read it on this podcast. It's still in there, so I could still take it. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to. Kynes is going to be here next Saturday.
What's it called again?
It's called Questions, Answers for Skeptics or something like that.
God,
Oh my God, it's the greatest thing. I found dinosaurs. I don't want to get into it now because we got our time's running kind of short, but
you got
dinosaurs, homosexuals.
No.
It's got everything, and
and these are real answers from real people.
Yes, this is the fucking doctrine of this is what you do when people are smarter than you and they fucking pick holes in your stupid religion with your pretend fucking bearded guy.
The bearded white guy.
Let's not call it a religion. Could we just call it a cult? Can we call it what it is?
Well, that's what it comes to be in
Christianity.
In the end, like what I mean, how many gods have there been?
Christianity's killed way more people than Jim Jones did. I'll just say that.
Oh God, Jim Jones.
Jim
Jones.
Jonestown, son.
Jim Jones.
Anyways, we'll get into the rest of it. I do really have to go here pretty soon.
4:27 on my compute.
Yeah,
it's fast, I think.
Yeah, it's 4:24. But yeah, so I
Ducks game.
I've been wanting to get that out. Yeah, the Ducks start here at 4:30.
Dang.
And it's been fucking. I'm glad I have this podcast where I could just kind of yell into a microphone about this kind of stuff.
Nice.
But that's all there is to it. The thing is fucking. People are dying in the Middle East. People are dying here. Fucking. Yeah. And the sad thing about it is a lot of it has to do with God. Or a God.
I think that's sort of been since the beginning of man.
Yeah.
Like more people
have died
lives have
for
been
God
claimed.
Than fucking Hitler, fucking AIDS,
and wasn't
Ebola.
Was Hitler sort of in the name of God?
I'm sure he had. I'm sure he had arguments that he used in there in order to make people fucking swing to his way. But the thing about it is fucking. There's this really easy way to solve. When you really think about it, there's a fucking easy way to solve 90% of the world's problems. And okay, not 90%.
A lot of them.
Greed.
Yeah.
Religion is probably used. Greed is probably the most.
That's a what I want.
The most common form, but I'll say I'm confident enough to say nope.
And they just heard me
yep.
do the noise. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. And I'd say 40 at this day and age, 40% 40% of goddamn, I don't know.
A lot of the problems.
I'm not confident with any of these numbers now.
It is
I'm
a
not
lot.
good with math. No, but aside from greed, the next major problem in the world is fucking religion and cultish mentalities.
Which goes
and
along with greed.
Extremists, which, you know what? If you believe in a pretend guy with a beard in the sky that's going to solve all your problems if you admit all the bad things that you've done, you're a fucking extremist. So...
Yeah, there's just, you gotta...
That's all there is to it. So I'm solving most of the world's
Logic
problems
says.
right now. Fucking everybody, God does not exist. Just wait to find out what happens. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Be a good person. You know what makes you feel like shit. And you know what? Eat an eighth and a half of mushrooms one night in a proper setting. In a proper setting where you're comfortable. I recommend a couch. I recommend
It works.
Does it? Oh, yeah, we got both sides now. I recommend a couch. I recommend maybe the option for some Family Guy or something similar, cartoony.
And a couple extra eighths of mushrooms.
And some good friends. Yeah, with over an eighth of money. You got to do a catastrophic amount because it's not going to hurt you.
It's... yeah.
And I also want to preface this by saying I am not a doctor, and nor am I an expert, but I'm as close as it gets as far as an expert on mushrooms. And you know what? If you're fucking scared of something that is if you're not able to help these problems that you're scared of, like God and the devil and heaven and hell and demons and angels, fucking do a bunch of mushrooms and you'll meet some demons and angels, and you'll realize that they're probably one and the same, and you don't have as many fucking problems in your life as you really thought. So that's the way I want to end this. I want to make the world a happier place, and just quit believing in God and be a good person and do psychedelics. So
yeah. Unplug now and again.
Yeah, so you got to hit the reset button every once in a while, fucking people. You ever fucking, your internet goes out, you know what you got to do? You got to unplug. You got to fucking give it 15 or 20 seconds to restart, and fucking, that's what mushrooms are for people. That's what fucking a little R&R is for people. You got to fucking not be so goddamn connected to the world and what's going on the outside, and worry about your family and your friends and people you care about, and that's about it. And don't stress. Because, Bob
Marley.
Yeah, and I'm basically trying to say, in the longest way possible, check yourself before you wreck yourself, because big dicks in your ass are bad for your health. So, in signing off, Marcus, Mark, give your plugs. Give us your Twitter and your SoundCloud and.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Munk is CMP.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't get on my Twitter enough.
At Munkus CMP, MUNKUS CMP, Cave Music Productions, bitches.
I'll get smarter from here on out, people.
And you got your SoundCloud up and running yet?
I started that thing, but I don't know my address.
All right. SoundCloud from Munkus CMP coming soon. Check it. My Twitter is I'm at Danny Admire. Follow all of us on Twitter. We're all fairly interesting follows, I would say. Follow Saint Kynes. He's going to be in next week. Saint Kines. And
Extended Cave Music Family.
You can download my mixtape, the Epsilon mixtape, my very first mixtape, for free at cavemusicproductions.bandcamp.com. Go there, enter 0 into the price, and you could just download it for free. Or you could enter 100 into the price, and you can fucking buy me an eighth and a half of mushrooms plus some other things. And
musical equipment.
Yeah, we do need a little bit more equipment up in here to fucking make this thing happen.
Donations
for you guys that like listening.
Accepted.
And SoundCloud.com/Admire Music. You could check out a couple extra songs if you like what you hear on the Bandcamp page.
I can't hear shit anymore.
Oh, well, I've broken everything, and I apologize. But we are signing off, and
There we go.
The band for this week, or the song of the week this week, is going to be Run the Jewels. LP and Killer Mike just came out last week with their second Run the Jewels album, and it's called Run the Jewels 2, and LP's always been a guy that I really enjoy, and Killer Mike was dope back in the day when he was on the Outcast songs, and that fucking Jaja boy. So, anyways, this is called Blockbuster Night Part 1. It's off of Run the Jewels 2. They just performed on Letterman. Check this shit out. It'll improve your ride to work in the morning and make you put a fucking growly face on and maybe kick a small child. Peace.
Bunches and bunches, punches is thrown into your frontless. Oodles and noodles, bang bullets at suckers' noodles. Last album voodoo, proved that we was fucking brutal. I'm talking crazy, half past the clock is cuckoo. You rappers doodle, baby shit, just basic boo-boo. I'm talking Zulu, Mansa Musa, my money buku. My beats is banging, fuck what you rapping, who produced you? I slap the snot, take what you got and run the juice you.
USC Bitsy, furry, frightened, and freaking sickly. A little prickly, dick on display for winter swimming. Look at these kitties, Mike, I'm a rat-a-tat up for living. I deal in dirty work, do the deed in a dash. Ditch 'em, I'll land a hammer that's stuck in a fist and gun position. We run a brand with instructions for #1 commitment. It's all a joke between mom contractions and coffin fittings, so we disappear in the smoke like we're fucking magicians.
No hocus pocus, you simple suckers been served the notice. Top of the morning, my fist to your face is fucking vultures.
We might be giants, standing on little dandy shoulders.
You parked as pussy, proverbial pansy panty holders. I Jake the Snake 'em, DDT 'em in mausoleums. Macabre massacres, killing cunts in my coliseum.
They all actors, giving top and back of a BM. I fall back if your casting calls are ending in semen.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Come on.
Yeah, motherfucker. Not long. Yeah, motherfucker. Not long. Motherfucker.
I'm the foulest, no need for any evaluations. I'm a foulest, Johnson and Jimmy spraying faces. Any cow that is sacred will get their face it. Like any time a murder gets replaced it. Face it, the fellows at the top are likely rapists. But you like mellow out, man, just relax, it's really not that complicated. Well, part of me, I guess I'm just as sane as you explain it. Or maybe sanctifying the sadistic is deranged.
This Run the Juices, murder, mayhem, melodic music. Psychotic use it, to lose it. Junkies simply abuse it. That's worth the fill-up. See my half and I'm cushion coughing. I probably smell like a pound when they put me in a coffin. The gates of hell, I'm pugnaciously pacing, waiting. I give a fuck if I'm late, tell Satan be patient. But I ain't here for durations, I'm just taking vacations. And tell them fuck them, I never loved them in salutations.